Hello, I'm Seymour Kazimirski. Welcome to Seymour's World. This week we have some wonderful guests, but I do want to comment a little bit about last week's show. Last week's show was on Kids Hurt Too, and my program called You Are in Charge. We had over 600 people respond to our queries, asking for donations. It was just wonderful to hear from so many people. Most of you also wanted to congratulate James Labrie, and I think that's very, very nice of our audience, and he appreciates it a lot. This young man, as we all saw last week, is an inspiration to all of us. So we are going to talk about a program that we do called Make 'em Smile. Make 'em Smile is a program that we originated about a year ago. We've had Jimmy Borges on the show. He is my assistant, he is my partner. We've done so much together over the years, but he and I came up with the idea that we should have a program where musicians come to the hospitals and play for the children. We started it off together. We added Leah Bernstein, who joined us from Mountain Apple Records, and the three of us decided that we could make it happen, and we have approximately 22 musicians. Today I'm going to introduce you to our first hospital, which was Kapiolani Children's Hospital. So I'm going to introduce you to Heather Lee, who is a child, give me the exact term, Heather.
I'm what's called a child life specialist over at Kapiolani Medical Center for Women and Children.
And Aaron Domingo, who I think was one of our first musicians that came on board. And Aaron, I haven't made a real count yet, but I think you've played probably 100 times for the kids in the hospital.
Doesn't feel like that much.
Well, it's absolutely wonderful. So instead of me telling you about the program, I'm going to ask Heather to tell us a little bit about the program itself.
So recently, in July, we had Make 'em Smile come on board as a new program at Kapiolani Medical Center for Women and Children. And it is such a wonderful addition to our hospital. As the only full-service pediatric specialty hospital in the state of Hawaii in the Pacific region, we really are focused, Seymour, on providing the best care to our patients and families, not just in terms of medicine and what we can do to help our kids heal, but we also want to provide them with things that help them heal holistically. So we bring in Make 'em Smile every Wednesday and Friday from 11 o'clock to 1. And what it is musicians will come to the hospital and donate their time and energy and play for our patients and families in waiting rooms, at bedside, and in various areas of the hospital.
We find, as the originators of the program, we find it's gone well beyond our expectations. The Make 'em Smile program, the way it was designed, was simply to help the patients. But it's not just helping patients, Heather. It seems like it's gone way past that.
Absolutely, Seymour. Our staff just loves having this program here at the hospital. Really what it is we bring these musicians into different patient areas, and our staff is able to listen to the music as well, and we call it the trickle-down effect. So once our nurses and our doctors at the hospital hear the music infiltrating the hallways and in their lounge areas, they walk around the hospital feeling a lot happier, and then from there, they are able to make our patients a lot happier.
It's amazing that I've been to many hospitals with Aaron and with Jason, who will be joining us in the next segment, and I'm always amazed at how tearful I get, how I see the parents just feeling the emotion of listening to music and calming down. I mean, let's face it, people don't go to the hospitals in good moods. You know, they're there for not the greatest reasons in the world. And we come in there, and all of a sudden, Aaron and Jason, you interact with these kids. Aaron, what's it like when you interact with them?
Oh, it's incredible. I tell Heather all the time, and you, that it does way more for us than I think for the kids. And I'm just lucky that I am a musician. Music is a awesome catalyst for this kind of change, and I really like to see the faces, even if I could get their minds to get anything off the hospital or their procedures for at least a second, that's a job well done. And it's such an incredible experience to see their faces every day and the strength and hope that they carry. And it's inspiring, really. So.
Well, we're going to hear some of your music very soon, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
You have a group. Your group is called Smooth Remedy.
Smooth Remedy. Yeah.
You also have another business.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about. We are going to try to promote you here.
All right. Well, I went to school in Nashville, Tennessee. One of the best decisions I ever made. The whole time I was there, I was working for a wedding company, so I started my own wedding business about 2 years ago. So I do everything from lighting, so string lights, lanterns, chandeliers, to music, so sound and some DJ stuff too. So I'm a full service wedding guy. So that's kind of how I started that. I also play music with the boys, Smooth Remedy. We're all 2006 graduates of Kamehameha. So we play about maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I also play solo a lot down Waikiki, different various places. So that's kind of the background on me. I just,
And how do people reach you? Do they look up Smooth Remedy or?
You can Facebook, Aaron Domingo, Smooth Remedy. Island Event Logistics is my company. Website coming soon. My email and information is all on Facebook for now. I have an Instagram as well. Until I can get a website, and then so I'm kind of just working it as I go.
Well, we're going to hear you play in a minute.
Yes.
But I would like to, if we could bring up some pictures, Jay, I'd like Heather to tell us a little bit about these pictures.
Yes, I think this first picture that we're looking at, this is actually Aaron at Tucker's 8th birthday party. So Tucker is our hospital's therapy dog, and he is there Monday through Friday from 8 in the morning to 5 at night. And his mommy, Seymour, is our child psychologist, Dr. Wendy Hirsch. So Tucker's main role in the hospital is just to provide, some joy. And that was Aaron celebrating and singing happy birthday to Tucker. I think this next photo that we're looking at is Tahiti Ray, who is also one of our Make 'em Smile musicians. And she's located in the playroom with Tucker again.
Yes, go ahead. Oh.
And let's see, this next photo is of Mailani, who I believe was our first Make 'em Smile musician,
she was our first musician
at Kapiolani, and it's again her with Tucker, our famous celebrity dog. And this is Mailani in one of our patient rooms alongside Ashley Wolf, who is the other child life specialist at Kapiolani Medical Center.
Wow. And we have thousands of pictures. If you want to see more of the musicians and more of the photos, you could go to Make 'em Smile Hawaii. That's MakeEmSmile Hawaii.com. Ian will put it up, and you'll be able to see it. I think we have every musician in our group, in the Make 'em Smile family, has photos and their website or contact information on our website, and you'll be able to see in our blog a lot of individual photos that we do at the hospital. Aaron, I would like you to play something for us because we've talked so much about you. We've got to show you off a little bit.
Oh, here it comes now. This is an original. Call it Love, Prayer, and a Song. So. There's a boy and a girl, the world left unknown. They came such a long way from being alone. While one played with fire, the other played with flowers. But their only lost pleasure is counting days and counting hours. So sing a song for the lovers, a sweet melody. Sing that all of the broken hearts can one day believe. Then let the world spin like a record, slow and long. For at least you have a love, a prayer and a song. Yeah, at least you have love, a prayer and a song. A man's waking up from the battles of the night. He fights with their dreams, his wishes and hers mind. His only escape is the bottom of the bottle. He's safe for the night, but he prays for tomorrow. So sing a song for the lovers, a sweet melody. Sing that all of the broken hearts can one day believe. Then let the world spin like a record, slow and long. For at least you have a love, a prayer and a song. Yeah, at least you have love, a prayer and a song. In a world of unknown answers, there's no need for second chances when we're wrong. As long as there's a reason for growing and for breathing, then there's reason in your a song. Ooh. One day my father see a father of me, a beautiful boy with her eyes in my dreams. And when the time comes, I sure won't wait too long to teach him my love, my prayer and my song. Yeah, I'll teach him my love, my prayer and my song. Oh, at least you have love, a prayer and a song. All you'll ever need is love, a prayer and a song.
Wow.
Thank you, thank you.
Eric. And that's an original. Number.
Yes.
Move over, Bruno Mars.
Ah,
we got somebody here. You know, now, can you do the splits?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because, you know, Bruno Mars can do the splits all right. Well, okay,
I'll
but you
never
can
make
you still have it, though. Your music is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
So, Heather, the program itself, I was so pleased when you said to me, I think we were in it about 2 or 3 months, and you said, do you think you could do Shriners? Mm-hmm. And you introduced us to Shriners Hospital, and they have a very similar program. And it's very interesting. You know how competitive everything is in this world, and I especially talk about that when we're doing our shows on business. When it comes to the hospitals, they are like a huge ohana. And Heather was able to introduce me to Shriners Hospital and to Kaiser Hospital, and our program is there now every week as well. We're looking at doing Tripler Hospital if we can get enough musicians. So if musicians, if you're hearing me right now or seeing me right now, please call me because we need more. If we can do Tripler, we're going to start in May or June. That's our plan. So Heather, a little bit more about you. You've been how long as a child specialist?
Yep. So I've been at Kapiolani for about 2 years now as a child life specialist. And what my role in the hospital is, Seymour, is to provide the comfort and care to our pediatric families and to the patient. So our background is in child development, and we are nationally certified to become a child life specialist. And what we do is, when children come into the hospitals, it can be a very strange and unusual place for them. So we talk to them using Kid Talk, and we tell them why they're in the hospital. So a common example I use is we explain to our oncology patients, so if a child is diagnosed with leukemia, we would tell them using age-appropriate resources what leukemia is. We talk to them about there being a blood factory in their body and about why they need to come to the hospital is because they need to get their blood cleaned out. Mm-hmm. So then from there, once a child understands why they're in the hospital, we can go along the journey with them. And we work with them daily, and we talk to them about what procedures they might undergo, any surgeries they might have. And we also help provide them with schooling because we know that if a child is in the hospital that they're missing days at school. So making sure that they have tutors and the resources for that. In addition, we have our playroom, which is where our Make 'em Smile artists come every Wednesday and Friday to play. And we just provide play for normalization in there because we know that children really need the opportunity to play. It's how they process their emotions.
I can only tell you that going to your hospital and seeing the care that all of your people have for these kids, it's not just a job. Obviously, all of you are very, very passionate about helping children. And when I saw our musicians take this on as a passion as well, not just a favor to come and play for a couple of hours, but Aaron, you seem to be very passionate. Whenever I ask you, hey, can you make it, you seem to make time for it.
Oh, it's just, I mean, it's something that I don't know, it just weighs on my heart. You know, every time I'm with these kids and every time I get to have the opportunity to play for them, it just does something to me. I think on one of your past episodes, you asked, why do you do it? You know, and it's the same thing for me because of the success. You know, just the success we have with making the kids happy, the success we have with, you know, making the staff and everybody around them feel comfortable enough to kind of be in an environment that's scary. You know, it's a scary environment. So if you can kind of take that out of the picture and put it into a nicer place, to me, that you can't even put that into words. You can't make it a job. It's just, to me, it's just I have to do it. You know, it's something I have to do.
Well, we're so pleased to have you, and we're going to change places in the next segment. Jason's coming on, but in the last segment, and I hope you all tune in because what a treat you're going to have. You and Jason will play together for us a little bit.
That's right.
So we are just going to love it. Now, before we go to break, Heather, I understand something has changed in your personal life. So I understand you just got engaged.
I did.
I am so happy to hear it.
Thank you.
I don't take responsibility for it. I can only say that I was hoping it would happen because I've never seen somebody with such a beautiful smile.
Thank
you very much. We are going to go to break and we'll be back with Jason Allen and Heather, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Make 'em Smile program at Kapiolani Hospital. Thank you.
Castle & Cook, Hawaii. Investing in Hawaii, creating communities, and providing for the needs of our state. Collateral Analytics, empowering the real estate industry to make better informed property investment decisions. The Foreign Trade Zone, bringing the benefits of the Foreign Trade Zone programs to Hawaii businesses and entrepreneurs. Galen Ho, a senior executive of BAE Systems, a global defense, security, and aerospace company. Hawaiian Electric Company, and its affiliates Maui Electric and Hawaii Electric Light Company on Hawaii Island. The Hawaii Energy Policy Forum, incorporating diverse perspectives to design a flexible and forward-looking energy strategy. Hawaii Energy, the state's energy and efficiency program created to help Hawaii's residents and businesses adopt a clean energy lifestyle. Hawaii Gas, helping Hawaii achieve its transition to clean energy and a better energy future. Hawaii Pacific Health, bringing technology and teamwork together to transform healthcare in Hawaii. The High Tech Development Corporation, attached to DBED, is the state's leading technology agency. The Scheidler Family Foundation, supporting educational, cultural, and charitable organizations, including... Aloha, I'm Jay Fidel of ThinkTech. We have some news for you. In addition to our ThinkTech TV show and our Asia in Review show on Olelo 54, as of January 1st, we're adding Community Matters to play also 2 hours a week. Check out thinktechhawaii.com for the specific times of each of these shows. We hope you enjoy all three. Mahalo, I'm Jay Fidel.
Aloha, I'm Maria Kashem of ThinkTech Hawaii, and I want to tell you about our ThinkTech talk shows. If you didn't know it, ThinkTech streams video and audio for all of its shows live on the internet from 2 to 5 p.m. every weekday afternoon, and we replay them all night long on ustream.tv. Visit thinktechhawaii.com for our live stream and YouTube links. Raise your awareness on ThinkTech. I'm Maria Kashem, and I'll see you.
Welcome back to Seymour's World at ThinkTech Hawaii. We have a very, very wonderful program today. If you were here for the first segment, you're going to even like the second segment even more. Heather Lee is here from Kapiolani Hospital. Jason Allen, one of our wonderful musicians who is with the Make 'em Smile program. I have to say, Jason, that you and I have a very unique relationship because we share more than music together. We both have talked about many other things besides music, and I really appreciate that in you. I find that your heart is not just with music, your heart is with helping people and doing anything for people. You even offered me some help in one of my other programs, and I really, really thank you for doing that for me.
Well, I really appreciate you, Seymour, and what you're doing for everyone in terms of just wanting to share your experiences in life and give opportunities to give, which Make 'em Smile does, and I'm really, really grateful to be able to do that, and I'm thankful for you and all your efforts.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, yeah,
where are you from? And
I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, and I've been here since 1995. I went to UH, Manoa, and I have a degree in music composition from UH. But I never moved back to the desert. I stayed here, and just been trying to make it as a musician ever since. And there's ups and downs in this industry. And what I realized about less than a year ago was that it wasn't about the chase. It wasn't about trying to find stability. Like, it was about going with the flow. And part of the flow for me was getting back to the spiritual side of music, which is, using it as a healing tool, and a learning tool for myself as well, as a performer and both as a student of music as well. So it really changed my whole perspective in life, because I really directed my energies toward using it for good instead of using it for self-fulfillment. And once I did that, life has been pretty amazing. It's been an amazing ride since.
Isn't that wonderful
Yeah.
when you really find a passion and a purpose that works with a passion?
That's it.
And believe it or not, that's one of my programs that I use in my ladder of success is passion with purpose. And you are the epitome of it, which is wonderful.
I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have these gifts and I'm able to share them. And I'm so blessed to have people like you that give me opportunities to do so.
So tell me, you compose music as well? I know you teach music.
I do. I work actually at Kamehameha Schools, the worship leader at Bishop Memorial Chapel. And I get to work with kids there that live on campus and the kids that go to school there.
Wonderful.
And then I'm also the music director for the play right now at Kapiolani campus, Once on This Island. Runs for a couple more weekends, so if you guys want to check it out, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Where is it? Tell us
That's
exactly.
at Kamehameha Schools.
At Kamehameha Schools,
In the
and it's
auditorium.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday evenings. We have to get tickets. or-
Friday, Saturday, 7 p.m., Sunday at 2 o'clock. And it's tickets are at the door. It's a
Excellent.
great musical, great talent on that campus. So it's
Really?
really exciting.
Oh,
to represent them.
I will try to make it actually.
please
I
do.
think it's a great idea.
Heather as well.
Now, Jason, tell me a little bit about your experience with Make 'Em Smile. You're a great contributor. You're there every week,
Yeah.
sometimes twice a week. You're like Aaron. Both of you are two of the most prolific of our performers, and you never say no. So, tell me what drives you to doing this.
You know, Aaron really hit it on the head. It's more. When I first started doing it, it was a little rough, to be honest. You know, it's hard to go into these emotional spaces and really find a way to deliver what you want to deliver. And it's about reading energies in the room, about reading the patients and reading their parents. A lot of times it's for the parents. So it was a challenge at first because you have to really find a place where you can get comfortable, that you can still do what you want to do. And as a musician, you know, we're very sensitive to people and what's going on around them in their lives. That's what makes us good at what we do. So it has really blessed me, and the reason I keep coming back is because it's honestly the thing I look forward to most every week. It recharges my batteries. I get to see amazing people at work, like Heather and her staff is just amazing, and consistently, just so consistent in how they treat the kids and how they care for the kids. And I get to see these beautiful children that need a smile sometimes. And sometimes it's not about them, it's about their parents, and the parents need a smile. And need to be touched. And so it's really taught me a lot in terms of learning how to minister to people using music directly, which I never really had to do. And I also use that in my regular gigs now, out in the regular world, because there's always people in the audience that are hurting or maybe going through a hard time or celebrating even. And you feel the energy and you want to play songs that are appropriate for that time.
I think one of the things we do to all of you musicians, and Heather said it, I think right at the beginning when I first met her, she encourages you guys to interact with the kids and with the parents and sometimes the women who are in the cancer area.
Yes.
And I'd like you to talk a little bit about that. Tell me about what it's like when you bring the musicians in
Well,
to the women's ward.
Yeah, so we currently right now we're bringing the musicians to our pediatric patients, and we're also taking them into our pediatric intensive care unit. But we also want to provide the same service to the women because we are a women's and children's hospital, and we want to include everybody. So we also bring Jason and Aaron and all our wonderful musicians to our women's outpatient cancer treatment center, and also to play for our women who are on what's called antepartum bed rest, Seymour. So prior to a woman giving birth, if she needs to be in the hospital with, you know, laying in bed for a few months, we'll bring the musicians in and play for them. And I see the benefit of it. Music has been such a wonderful tool at the hospital. It creates a really safe environment for these women and children and their families to take a breath and relax and kind of just feel the flow for a second.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Jason, I'm going to ask you to play something if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right, you go and get ready, and I want to ask Heather one more question though, while you are getting ready. When they go into a lot of the women's areas, do the musicians play differently? Is it a different emphasis than when they play with the kids? What's
Yes,
it like?
Absolutely. So we have these musicians who come and are wonderfully flexible. We bring them into a patient's room, and they've never met them before, and they just can read the emotion and
That's fantastic.
the tone of the room. And a lot of times they'll take requests. So our women typically ask for older songs, songs that were made maybe
You mean my generation? Yeah.
before the 90s. And
Yeah.
a lot of our young kids will ask for things like Bruno Mars and current pop stuff, but they are just wonderfully
It teaches us to be
flexible.
versatile, I'll tell you that.
Well, I remember, I think it was with Aaron that we walked into a hospital room and he said, ask me anything. I can play anything and everything. And of course, he and you both have an amazing array of music that you know. And wouldn't you believe it? This girl asked him to play something that he didn't know, and he promised the next time he came back that he would have it for her. And he did have it for her, which is wonderful. Jason, please do something for us.
May the good Lord be with you down every road you roam. And may sunshine and happiness surround you when you're far from home. May you grow to be proud, oh, dignified and true. Oh, and do unto others as you have done to you. Be courageous and be brave, and in your heart always stay forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young. May good fortune be with you, may your guiding light be strong. Build a stairway to heaven with the prince or a vagabond. And whichever road you choose, I'm right behind you, we'll lose, yeah. Forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young. Oh, forever young. Oh, forever young. When you finally fly away, I'll be hoping that I served you well. From all the wisdom of a lifetime, no one could ever tell. Oh, no. But whichever road you choose, I'm right behind you, we'll lose, yeah. Forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young. Oh, forever young. Oh, forever young. Forever young. I said
Wow. Even our live audience over here, this is wonderful, Jason. Thank you so much for doing that. It was really, really great. I find that when I listen to you guys and being a pseudo musician myself and playing piano and doing that kind of stuff, I wish I could do what you did. And people have no idea how difficult it is. But I have to give you such kudos because you play with a young man, I think he's 12 now, Aiden James. He's one of our musicians who comes and you come up with him and you accompany him and you mentor him. And I've seen him grown just over these last few months where he now is able to play by himself. And he's been up there playing for us in just at Kapiolani, I think. I don't know if you've brought him to Shriners, but wonderful, just wonderful. So,
yeah, it's
terrific.
great. It's great. Working with these kids, it's such a blessing. And the ones that are talented and that have good hearts, that want to really do it for the right reasons, I kind of gravitate toward those,
Yeah.
because I really want to keep them humble and keep them really doing it for I mean, I kind of strayed for a while in that regard, really chasing the money aspect of the music world, and it's really not satisfying, and it's really want to teach these young kids and the kids at school that I get to play with, that's really about the heart, and
Well,
it's such
if
a
we
valuable
can,
tool.
if we can help you at least help on the other side of the coin, which is chasing the money and getting more gigs, for instance, and more people who want to take lessons, we would love to help you. You know, I think it's part of what Make 'em Smile has to do to give back to you, because you guys are doing so much for us and so much for the hospitals. Heather, we're going to have a session with both of our musicians playing together. And I wanted to ask you, do you see the program growing? I mean, it seems to have been doing wonderful in just the twice a week that we're doing it. You want to expand it to other areas in the hospital? It seems that music has really become a big therapy issue, just like Tucker the dog, right?
Yeah, it's, you know, our staff there depends on it. I'll walk through the hallways and everyone knows I'm the person to take around these musicians. And everyone says, oh, are we having music today? So I think there always is a need to have music in the hospital. It just really creates that atmosphere that I think our local culture automatically gravitates to. And we do have a lot of patients who are from various areas in the Pacific region, and often they can't speak English, but when they hear the music, they instantly connect to it.
That's wonderful. I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I feel this Make 'em Smile, of all the stuff I do, the Make 'em Smile program makes me cry, and I love it that much. So I think it's terrific, and you were one of the first persons that said let's do it, and I just think it's great. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me, Seymour. We
pleasure.
just love the program.
Thank you. We're going to have another segment with Jason and Aaron together, and we're going to talk a little bit besides have them play as well. So this is Seymour Kazimirski at Seymour's World. We'll be back in a minute. Thank you.
I'm Hong Jiang, host for Asia in Review on Tuesdays.
And I'm David Day, host for Asian Review on Thursdays. Both of us broadcast our respective shows at 4 p.m.
And my topics tend to deal with questions related to environment, culture, history, and sometimes human rights.
And my shows tend to be on international business, foreign policy, geopolitics, and national security. And you can watch our shows live on the ThinkTech website at thinktechhawaii.com.
And you can also watch us on YouTube or Olalo.
So come join us on Thursdays at 4 p.m. I'm David Day.
And on Tuesdays at 4 p.m., I'm Hong Jiang.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha, I'm Maria Kashem of ThinkTech Hawaii, and I want to tell you about our ThinkTech talk shows. If you didn't know it, ThinkTech streams video and audio for all of its shows live on the internet from 2 to 5 p.m. every weekday afternoon, and we replay them all night long on ustream.tv. Visit thinktechhawaii.com for our live stream and YouTube links. Raise your awareness on ThinkTech. I'm Maria Kashem, and I'll see you there.
Welcome back to Seymour's World at ThinkTech Hawaii. You know, we talk about opening minds and facilitating conversations. I can't tell you how much music is doing that at Kapiolani Hospital, at Shriners, and at Kaiser Hospital. It is making everybody feel so good. If there was a definition for a win-win, it's the Make 'em Smile program. And thanks to you two guys and all of the other musicians at Make 'em Smile, it is just, it's become something that everybody talks to me about. I can't tell you how many calls I get. People go to the website and put in their blogs and send me notes, and even the musicians that send me notes, like you, Jason, and Aaron as well, and some of the others who say this is a blessed event for them when they go to the hospitals. So I think it's been just wonderful. Now, do you guys ever work together before? Is this the first time you've played together?
Second time.
Second time, yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, we did the
at
Christmas
hospital,
event,
yeah.
yes. And you know, we should talk about that. That was
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely.
We had 7 musicians at the hospital. This is at Kapiolani Hospital. And we went into their dining room. I think it was their large dining room. And these 7 guys had never played together whatsoever. And I have a tape, I think it's on our website. I have a tape of these guys doing some reggae music. We had Ronnie Lovely, if you remember. We had, it was just fabulous. Jimmy Borges was there, and it was a wonderful, wonderful time. So if you want to see the Christmas party at Kapiolani Hospital, go to the Make 'em Smile Hawaii website and you'll see it there. Okay, I'd like to hear you guys do something.
All right.
And then we'll talk about it a little more. Why don't you start?
I guess I'll go first. I guess this is the first song I learned. My dad taught it to me. Long as I'm Messina House of Pooh Corner. So this is one I play for the women too. They really like this song. Christopher, I've been
she's lit up by the moon. Posing my questions to Alandia as our days disappeared all too soon. But I've wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem to find my way back to the woods. So help me if you can. I've got to get back to the house at the corner by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, chase the clouds away. Back to the deeds of Christopher Robin Poole. Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do, got a honey dust stuck on his nose. He came to me asking help and advice, and from here no one knows where he goes. So I sent him to ask of beyond if he's there, how to loosen a jar from the nose of a bear. So help me if you can. I've got to get back to the house at the corner by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, chase the clouds away. Back to the deeds of Christopher Robin, back to the ways of Christopher Robin, back to the days of Pooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice, man.
Wow. That was amazing how you do that together. You sure you haven't rehearsed that before?
And sometimes it's good to say, I'm going to hold it down. It's easy for me to add on top. Seriously, it's really easy.
Yeah, amazing. Really, really
Awesome.
beautiful. Really beautiful. Now, Aaron, I just a quick question. When you go and you play for the kids, we give them wristbands
Yeah,
that say
that's right.
"Make them smile,"
Got mine right here.
right? And we give them these buttons. I don't know if you guys can see it. The "Make them smile" Hawaii buttons, and they get a stuffed animals. And the stuffed animal is donated also by Tom Matthews from Nanimekana.
Oh, nice.
And he's a good friend of mine. And so far, he's donated close to 2,000 stuffed animals. And of course, for everybody to know, we do not take donations. This is not a program where we're looking for money at all. Everything is done voluntarily by you guys, by us, by my wife, and by my friends. What is it like, Aaron, when you give these kids the wristbands and the bear and all that stuff?
It's awesome. You know, there's kids that we play for a bunch of times. We actually make friends with them and relationships with them. It's kind of nice to see they have different stuffed animals, so they have their collection, and you know they kind of have their family of stuffed animals that we give them, and you know their wristbands, and you see the nurses and even the staff wearing them too. So it's infectious. You know, these things here, it means music's coming. So I really like giving out the wristbands, and these are awesome, by the way. Thanks for getting us these, and the pins, because you know, it's just something that people can look at and be like, you know, this is a good thing, and you know, every time I give someone a pin, it's just like, especially now, there's one more pin that someone has that they get to wear.
Oh, that's great.
You know, I love it. So.
And Jason, from your point of view, you seem like you're an emotional type guy.
I am, very.
What is it like for you when you interact with these, and you see them quite often? Unfortunately, some of them are there for a while.
Yes, you
What's
know,
it like?
I like celebrating when they're not there anymore.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know.
I like finding out that they're going home. It puts a smile on my face. I like to sing something celebratory when that happens. But, you know, as emotional as it is, it's necessary. And that's something that God really put on my heart, is that, you know, it's something that you need to deal with, because you're blessing them. And you're blessing these parents that are sometimes tired, because, you know, sometimes you see the parents every week as well, and you see them just getting downtrodden and really, you know, beat up by all the situation that's happening, you know, with them. And just to be able to make them smile, or even sometimes bring tears to their eyes to let them be emotional, let them get that out. You know, it's touching. It's really touching. You know, I'll never forget, I had maybe a 4 or 5 month old baby in a carriage, just looking at me while I was playing on my knee right into the baby's face. And I got halfway through the song, and the baby just started tearing up. No expression, you know, a 4 or 5 month old, but music is so powerful. And that really affected me. Once that happened, it was like, wow, you know, it's another language, and it doesn't matter how old or young you are. When you're speaking love and you're playing and you're singing love to somebody, they really feel it. You know?
There's a love that forms, I think, with all of the patients and the moms and both women and children. And I think both of you have said to me many times that you like going back because it does as much for you as it does for them.
More, yeah. I honestly, it doesn't feel like volunteering because it feeds me every week. It feeds me every week.
Would you be kind enough, we have to take a short break, but would you be kind enough to do another one together?
Sure, absolutely.
After the break?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. We're at Seymour's World at Think Tech Hawaii. We'll be back in a minute. Thank you.
Aloha, I'm Jay Fidel. This is Think Tech Hawaii, broadcasting live from the Pioneer Plaza in downtown Honolulu. We raise public awareness about tech, energy, and globalism in Hawaii. Technology is critical to our state. A vibrant tech sector will give us new prospects in the global marketplace and will offer great careers and make our economy more resilient. Streaming live on Ustream and Spreaker, Think Tech allows its hosts and guests invaluable opportunities to report important events and discuss important questions, and to be heard here in Hawaii and around the world. You can find links to our live streams on thinktechhawaii.com or on our mobile website, m.thinktechhawaii.com. And you can see our archive on YouTube. It's all just a click away. We want to do whatever we can to keep Hawaii relevant, connected, and thriving in the complexity of the 21st century. We hope you will help us in those efforts. Tune in today. This is Think Tech. I'm Jay Fidel. Mahalo.
Welcome back to Seymour's World at Think Tech Hawaii. If you've been with us for the last half hour or so, you have been treated to a wonderful concert by two excellent musicians from the Make 'em Smile program that we have at Kapiolani Hospital, Shriners, and Kaiser. So guys, now that you've played a little bit and you're together, are we going to form a unit? Is this going to be something we're going to...
Anytime. Seriously, yeah.
Actually, you know what's great is I'm the worship leader at Bishop Memorial Chapel on Kamehameha School's campus.
Yeah.
He's a graduate of Kamehameha.
That's right.
So I asked him
circle.
actually to come and I'm so blessed to be there because I'm not Hawaiian, but I would love for him to come and jam with me and be a blessing to the kids there because
Absolutely.
I think they listen to graduates more than they would some outsider like me. But
No, a lot of people don't know. Actually, I'll just add real quick that I see the hospital, I see the staff, but I never get to see the other musicians.
Yes.
For Make 'em Smile, so it's refreshing to actually get to jam with them and you know, whenever we can to link up. It's an awesome networking thing for musicians too.
It is.
Well, I think that's maybe something we have to do. Maybe we really have to.
Something, you know?
Yeah,
jam sessions.
Yeah, let's do a real major jam. We were going to have one last Christmas, but everybody got so busy.
Yeah, right.
So we
It's tough.
realized that's not the time to do it. Maybe in the month of November we'll do something, and we'll have a big jam session with everybody. I think
be
that'll
ready.
will be just fabulous. So could we have one more song,
Yeah,
please?
I'm
Go
gonna do a
ahead.
song that is kind of popular with the young kids in the hospital. Never seen a diamond in the flesh. I got my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my dress. In this torn up town, no postcard envy. Returns like teeth, gray girls shopping in the bathroom, Wednesdays, bug out shopping in the room. We don't care. We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams, but every song's like Mr. Baby, diamonds on the top, these jet planes, islands, tigers on a gold leash. We don't care. 'Cause we're not caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royal. It's running our blood. This kind of love just ain't for us. We need a different kind of buzz. You can be your ruler, and you can be the queen bee. Baby, let me live that fantasy. My friends and I have cracked the code. crashing uptown, we don't care. We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams. Everybody's like crystal, baby. Diamonds on a timepiece, jet planes, islands, tires on a gold leash. We don't care. We're not caught up in a love affair, and we'll never be royals. It's a run in our blood. This kind of luck's just ain't for us. We need a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can be a queen bee, baby, we'll rule, we'll rule, we'll rule. Let me live that fantasy. Ain't for us. We need a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can be my queen bee, baby, we'll rule, we'll rule. Let me live that fantasy. Let me live that fantasy. Let me live that fantasy.
Wow, that is terrific. Just wonderful.
This guy.
Well, my daughter just fell in love with you. That's one of her favorite songs. And I'm sure you people out there were clapping at home too, or in your office, wherever you're watching. It's absolutely terrific. Thank you very much for doing that, you guys. I do want to mention one thing, and a lot of people have said, where can we make a donation? Make 'em Smile is totally volunteer organization, so we don't accept donations. We're all doing it from the goodness of our heart. So if you do want to make a donation, make it to Kapiolani Children's Hospital.
Yes.
We're happy to support them, and our musicians are happy to support them, and I think it's one of the best things that you could ever do. And if you feel like making kids smile, and you have an idea, call me, let me know. If you know any musicians that want to join our Ohana, our family, please let me know as well, because we need them. So I want you guys to take us out, because we only have a couple more minutes left. Can you do one more for us?
Sure.
All right, as we go?
Yeah, I'll follow you again. I enjoy it. So.
You can follow me again?
Yeah. You go
Put
for it.
pressure on me. I see.
Yeah. No, it's no problem.
Let me just say goodbye to everybody while you
Yeah.
guys are tuning in. This is Seymour Kazimirski at Seymour's World. We're at Think Tech Hawaii. We will be live next week here in Honolulu. I have a very special guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but you will be very, very impressed by this 86-year-old woman who has lived through so many things in her life. That's next week here live on Think Tech Hawaii. So here we go, guys, for Make 'Em Smile. Take it away.
All right.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside, and I'm one of those who can't easily hide. I don't have much money, but girl, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both can live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, I'm a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you.